dogs can provide an important part of your home security plan. Hey everybody, I'm Michael with Jase Medical Preparedness. What I'm going to talk about is something that will definitely help in that regard. We have a 1.5-year-old lab mix puppy. We all know that training them is an important part of a dog's life, right? We want our dogs to be well behaved at certain times. We want them to be defensive at certain times. We just want them to be all around good dogs. Well, I do at least. So with that in mind, I haven't done a very good job with my past dogs for training them and for socializing them and all that stuff like that. So we've been taking, I'm going to get to the main point of the video, but we've been taking him, his name's Loden. We've been taking Loden to the dog park a bunch, getting him socialized with other dogs, taking him around people all the time, getting him really well socialized. But there's an important part of it, is his training and him minding your commands. Now, we're very, very, very limited budget, so we couldn't take him to like doggy school. With that said, a while back, a company contacted me about sending me out a product that will help with that. It's a dog collar. And I'm like, it was perfect timing, because I'm like, yeah. One thing is, we live where we live, private road, no other details obviously, OPSEC. But he liked going on the other side of the road and pooping and peeing and stuff like that, and I don't want him crossing the road. It's not that there's no traffic really. We live really rural, it's a dead-end road. It's not like through traffic or anything like that. People drive pretty slow, but I don't want him going over there. So let me get into the product. Let me tell you how well, if it worked or if it worked at all. It's the Jugbow electronic training collar. That is the product. This is the item. It has 4 different modes, which I really like, because I don't want to just zap my dog. I want to use the least amount of warning and that I need to for him to mind. So it has an audible level, an audible feature that you can select the volume of it. It has vibration, which you can set the sensitivity of it, like how much or how hard it vibrates. Really like that. And then there is shock. You can set that level also. And then there is the shock plus, which is like additional shock to get them like in a dangerous situation, to get them away. Well, one thing, I'll tell you a funny story first, is I had it on 60 for shock. I think I used it maybe once. I had only used shock once on him. Well, I put my finger across it to see, or I put it on my arm, like right here on my arm, a sensitive spot, and tested it. Oh, wow. I was like, okay, that's way too much. So I bumped it down to like 40, tested it, okay. Tightened up the collar on him so that the leads connect properly with him. It's just a dog collar, if you've ever seen one. They have these little leads on the back. Let me get that to focus. Has the little leads on the back right there so that they contact with his skin. They also have to go through the fur. Bluetooth controller, or I don't know if it's Bluetooth, but it's the controller for it. You can see right here. See right there, you have the audible, you have the vibrate, you have the shock, and then the plus shock. So far, this system is working really well. I usually just have to use vibrate. Sometimes I have to use shock. I don't like doing that. But yeah, it's set at a setting where it's not hurting him. He barely notices it. I mean, he just like, oh, okay, I gotta come over here. And what I'm looking forward to is what I've heard from a lot of other dog owners, is that if you use one of these for a while, the dog will get used to, you use commands. Let me back up. If you use this for a while with commands associated with the shock, vibrate, audible, whatever it is, then the dog will get better at learning those commands, because he knows if I say come, then if he doesn't and you vibrate it, you shock him or something like that, and then you say come again, and then he comes, after a while, this just has to be on him. Not even the batteries could be dead. Just on him, and then he will respond better to commands. And then hopefully eventually you just take this off and you don't need it anymore, and then you can pass this on to somebody else, help them out. But so far it's a very good product, and I like the color, right? Isn't the color perfect? So yeah, if you guys are looking to add a dog into your security plan, or just have a dog that you want to mind what you're saying, which is very important because there could be dangerous situations, you want them to come back. So he's very good at commands. The coming back was the only thing because he's a puppy, he gets distracted, but so far it's working very well. Not to the point where it's an automatic thing. I've been using this for about 2 months now, and not always consistently, and we don't use it at like a dog park, we don't use it when he's on the lead, but we use it primarily at home to keep him from going across the road or going way out into the woods. So if you want to check it out, check them out. I don't have any affiliate anything with them or something like that. It's just something they sent me to try. I'm really liking it so far. So if you guys are looking for a good product, look into them. Do some research, see if it's the right fit for you. But so far it's the right fit for us. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.